well down the stretch and get some of those wins and make the baskets. And Notre Dame did a little bit what we've been doing, be able to really make all the clutch plays down the stretch. So you got to credit them. The way they came out in the second half, they were very aggressive defensively, denied some of our entries, took away some of our plays, took us out of our comfort zone, and we didn't react well. And at the same time, when we don't react well, we may not play defense as well at the other end, and it made it a dogfight the last 15 minutes, and we lost it, and we lost this dogfight.
It seemed like the game got a lot more physical in the second half from their standpoint.
Yeah, they came out.
That wore you down a little bit more.
Yeah. Well, they really came out and got after Zach and wouldn't let him get his touches because we play through him a lot, and that now he's got to work harder to get open. And so he was one of the guys that asked to come out of the game. So that's what happens sometimes when you're playing through someone, and he's guarding some pretty good players too. So, but I would agree.
The block charge call seemed to change the momentum of the game. What'd you see on that play?
Yeah, I was blocked by it. Those are three good officials. They did a really good job. So I think we took 4 charges on them, at least. That might be the only one that we had called on them. I think it's going to be a judgment call. My only thing was he in the arc or not? I do not know. It looked close, but he's got to make that call.
You got a kid in there that's feeling really bad about that call. It's taking it very hard. What would you say, or what have you said to him about that?
Well, he's got again. He really he wants to win so badly, and we just got to get him to continue to move on to the next play and move on to the next year. But he really is. You can see that he's giving us great energy. He's got a great future here, and at 18 years old still. So I just love what I saw from him. It gives us great hope to because he can really shoot it. He can pass it. You can play different ball screen offense when you got a big man that can pass it in the mid post. So it's going to be fun seeing how he develops. But he'll get over it. He will.
If not for the fouls, would he have been in there even more, do you think, in the second half?
Yeah. He's given us great energy. He impacted their ball screens really, really well. And Mark was doing okay with it, but he was a difference defensively for us. But I don't know where all his fouls came from. Whether he has a tendency to foul when he doesn't need to as well.
Do you feel like he let an opportunity slip away here?
I think when you get up like you did, you're up 10 or 12 at half, and all of a sudden, bang! It's a 5-point game in no time. Yeah, that's one. But to credit them. I mean, they won a lot of games this year. They beat some really good teams, right? And they played well when they had to. Down those last 20 minutes, they were better than us. First 20 minutes, we were better than them. But we gave up 41 points in the second half and only 21 in the first half. So there's a big difference in the game.
You recruited V.J. Beecham. Just talk about how big he was down there.
He was terrific, but nothing was bigger than the shot clock 3. I mean, it was deep. It was really deep, and it was a momentum changer in the game, I thought, because I think it tied the score up for them, right? I believe. If not, they didn't put them up. I don't know, but it was a big play in the game, and we couldn't answer some of those plays.
Anything else, folks?
Yeah.
John, as you spin forward a little bit, I mean, you're going to come back essentially the same roster.
Yep.
How do you make this team go further next year?
Well, I mentioned that a little bit to them. I think that they got to now take this loss right here, take the ups and downs of this season, and take it into the off season, saying, all right, I got to do these things better. Like I said, individual defense, post defense, just how we approach a pickup game. We got to get a whole lot better, and I think we've got the culture that kids do get better in the off season. I think that we got to get back to them really understand how much work they have to do without overdoing it in the summer, as we've discussed. Sometimes we might overdo it.
The question will be, I guess, with it being the same group, though, how much higher is the ceiling? So how much higher do you think the ceiling is?
I think we'll have more depth next year, and I would love, if you followed the thing, we got 3 players coming in that were all first team All-Ohio. The state of Ohio plays really good basketball, including Mr. Basketball. I think we got some guys coming in that can give us help, and there's some guys here that will improve and improve a great deal. I know they will, because this hurts us all. And so they will work at it like we had a bad season, which we did. But they'll work at it like we had a bad season. They'll have a chip on their shoulder after this loss.
It was so hard and so fresh, but at the same time, you mentioned that it did end this way, as opposed to whatever an NIT game or something like that. I mean, just how significant is that?
No, I think it was big. I think this would have been, we were very excited to be in the tournament and to be in a playing game and move on. was great. And I think it sort of validated how hard we were working all season. Yeah, we had some really bad games. We had some really good games, and we sort of went through all of the obstacles of the season. So I think it's, I think we got to feel like some of our Big Ten partners today. You give everything, but one game, you have a bad game or you have a bad half, it's over. And it should sit in there, and it should upset you and really motivate you as well.
Got time for one more.
What was the biggest difference between the offense in the first half and the second half, in your opinion?
They shut down some of our stuff. They wouldn't let us make catches, and then we did not react quickly enough to it. You got to go backdoor. You got to be able to, it threw us into a tizzy, and all of a sudden we couldn't make a shot because we took us out of our rhythm. And we got to get better at that. Frankly, a lot of people haven't done that this year. And Mike had not done that a great deal this year as well. He came out and he surprised a great coaching move, and we didn't react well to it.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks everybody.
Thanks, John.